Okay, 17. Using substitution on a problem like 17 is going to be slow and ugly. Ugly because none of the variables, the x's or the y's, none of them are even closely by themselves. So I pretty much just need to pick one and dig in and make it happen to really practice with substitution. So I'm going to choose this x value. Now, if you choose any other value, the other x, one of the two y's, you're going to have a different whole process. And so if you did that and you're watching this video to see where your mistake is, maybe you did it differently. But if you're watching this video to see, well, how would I do it with substitution, then go ahead. Okay. Otherwise, if you're, like I said, if you're watching this video and you already tried it, well, maybe try it again with this first step and then see what happens. So first, I'm going to add 4y to both sides of the bottom equation. It gives me 3x equals 2 plus 4y. Then I need to divide by 3. And so x is equal to 2/3 plus 4/3 y. No matter what number I used to start with here, I would have had fractions to deal with. This is my expression for x, so I'm going to substitute it in for x into the other equation. So this equation is now going to be 7 times this new x plus 5y equals negative 24. This new x was 2/3 plus 4/3 y. When you multiply a fraction times an integer, you're just multiplying the top number. 7 times 2, 7 times 4. You can also use your calculator for help, but 7 times 2/3 is going to be 14/3. Most calculators will give you that as your outcome. Some calculators will tell you 4 2/3. That's fine. 7 times 4/3 is going to be 28/3 y plus 5y equals negative 24. I have some like terms, so I'm going to add 28/3 plus 5. If you're doing that mentally, 28/3 plus 5 is 28/3 plus 15/3. It's going to give you, and if you type in a calculator with the fraction, it's going to tell you 14/3, and then your y value is going to be 43/3 equals negative 24. Now you can keep working with the fraction. However, it is good to get rid of the fraction sometimes. So if I multiply everything by 3, I'm going to get 14 plus 43y is equal to 24 times 3, which is negative 72. And now I can just solve that the rest of the way. So minus 14, 43y equals negative 86. So y equals negative 2. So to do a lot of work, if I scroll back through all there, to do a lot of work to get down to y equals negative 2. Once I know what y equals, I can go somewhere to plug that back in, like right here, where I already had x by itself. X equals 2/3 plus 4/3 times negative 2. So x equals 2/3 minus 8/3, because that's 4 times negative 2. 4/3 times negative 2. So that's negative 6/3, which is also negative 2. So my x value is negative 2, and my y value is negative 2. Now, if you had to do this later, maybe you would use a different strategy, like the elimination strategy, instead of substitution, because substitution will make you have to work with fractions.